Hello, my name is Clayton Krauss, and this is my original slam poetry.
Just some advice. If we're all created equal, why do we go and try and change ourselves? You wanted all the presents, but you didn't want to be the elf. You were the one afraid to touch, yet you complain you never felt. And you're in your lies waist deep, so just forget the belt. And your lies are wasting as it begins to wilt, and it's your lies you're blanketing because they patch the quilt. And another thing is, the best person to go for help is yourself, because it's your situation, it's your life, it's your decision, so use your advice. It's good to be cautious, but you can't count everything twice. There isn't two presidents, there's just a device. Using a device to devise lies that resemble a grain of rice to heist the rise of living a life, hypnotized by cries of criminal minds, enticed with lies that everything's fine, like the words underneath the lines they ask you to sign. With no time to rewind, you try to remind yourself at times you could read minds, but when it comes to read signs, you need help. On the decline, so you take the fine wine off the shelf, one at Valentine, but focus be mine on yourself. I don't get mad, but I don't feel bad because they get what they deserve. I'm talking about for when girls change for a guy, then get hurt. It's funny because you call him a jerk and then you go call him at work. And you say your flaws were the reason why you were deserted, but I honestly believe the imperfect girl is perfect. So girls, just be yourself because that's attractive. To have a super relationship, I've seen some run into vats of acid. Just because he said she was a perfect girl doesn't mean you have to match it, because beauty is nature, and nature isn't a bunch of plastic. So sitting there rambling, all depressed, getting mad, saying things underneath your breath won't solve any of your problems, so don't rant and then expect the best. If your life's a mess, you're living check to check, can't get off the meth, whatever it is, just chin up and raise your chest. Get the monkey off your back and confess, because just because life has questions you don't have the answer to, doesn't mean you failed its test. Thank you. Alright, this is my second and final poem for you guys tonight. It's called What You Were to Me. You are the sun on a winter morning and fireflies on a summer night. You are my umbrella when the rain is pouring and my shades when the sun shines just too bright. If I saw you as much as I think about you, I think we'd be in love. I think if you gave me a chance, I think we'd be above every and anyone else. The things I think about when you hug me are the feelings I wish you felt. If you need someone, I'm sure I could help you out, take you out on a date, whatever it is. You haven't even fell in love with me, but I still know it's fate. The fact that you're scared too is something that I can relate, because when I'm around you, I just get the shakes, my smile isn't fake, and I just can't wait to take you out on a date. I just love everything about you, even the things you hate, like your smile, the sound your laugh makes, what you look like without makeup on, and your not fat weight. For God's sakes, I just wish you'd give me one date. I'd be your bodyguard and I'd treat you like a princess, and I'd be there to witness every game, recital, or any of your business, and I'd buy you some Claritin along with a dozen flowers so you could see how clearly I love you. In my random gifts is how you'll shower. I'll call you up to just to say you're beautiful, but we'll end up talking for hours. I'd be your Superman because your love gives me superpowers, and we wouldn't just stand on top of the world, we'd tower. You see, if we were together, this is what every day would be like, because baby, you shine brighter than New York streetlights. If love's our drug, then we'd reach new heights. I'd love you like a boy in his first kite. I've always believed that love at first sight, and you were proof tonight. So kiss me like you're first and hold me like you're Friday. And I've always been fighting to keep you mine. I'd stare into your eyes just to pass the time. As long as you love me, all things are fine, perfect, just the way they're supposed to be. I take you everywhere. Come on, I need some groceries. Show you off to the world. Everyone come look at my boastery. As beautiful as the coast of Costa Rica, something to be taken notary, and totally love life because you love me. You are the sweetest of sacred sights, a reader awake at night, a Peter Pipe, and see us. Oh, sorry. You couldn't hear me whisper, my bad. This is just how I get when I really miss her. Just the thoughts of us and how I used to kiss her almost makes me cry, and sometimes makes my wrist hurt, but it's never like I've never been hurt. I pray to God at church did. It's just I've never really ever been deserted, but it's okay. She's not worth it. Our lives, I keep on telling myself to feel somewhat close to perfect.